This entire military is one cohesive, dedicated force. And the threats to our nations, they don't sleep. They're watching our every move. Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, ISIS, Al-Qaeda. They may be watching this right now. Our military should not be mistaken for a cable news gab-fed show. We don't care what you look like. We don't care who you voted for, who you worship, what you worship, who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. You have the code into the machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you never stick to you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
And do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Welcome to TruckerMouth, the podcast that gives you real insight into the trucking industry while providing a platform for your voice to be heard. Whether you're behind the wheel, managing logistics, or just passionate about the industry, this is the place to build confidence, share experiences, and stay informed. Join us as we tackle the challenges, celebrate the wins, and drive forward.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to my underground bunker studio. I'm TruckerMouth, and you're on the road. How is everybody doing out there? Beautiful day up here, man. Beautiful day up here. I'm repping the Phillies, man. You know, we beat the Pirates last night. And all right, before we get started on the cargo thing, the Department of Commerce published a final rule on January 16th addressing the import of connected vehicle or components from Russia or the People's Republic of China. Okay? Good thing. It's a good thing that they think they're coming over with already having the spyware built in them. Since certain technologies are originating from China, Russia present an undue or unaccepted risk to U.S. national security. Okay, I agree with that. But this is supposed to take place, the software-related prohibitions to take place effect model year 2027, and hardware-related prohibitions are set for model year 2030. Okay, but it doesn't pertain to big trucks. Okay? Turn pissy. TruckerMouth Stone Age here, man. I take clippings, I write things down, I research things. I don't have 3 screens and a bunch of other people help me out in the back. You know, well, I have stuff in the background, but as far as doing my research, everything's on me, and for now, this is how I'm doing it. The final rule implies that vehicles weighing less than 10,001 pounds. 10,001 pounds. So that's a lot of your pickup trucks weigh more than that. Why would you not include hardware and software and technology from big trucks, from large cars, into this ruling? It makes no sense. You do a whole lot more damage with a big truck you can with a car. I mean, a car too, but it just TruckerMouth don't like it. He's putting the hammer down on these idiots. Why ain't it across the board? Why ain't it stuff from Republic of China, People's Republic of China, and Russia? Why ain't it across the board with this stuff? It don't make any sense. You know them ELDs that all the trucks have? Anybody who knows anything about transportation, it's electronic logging devices. And the Colorado State University did a study on them, and ELDs are vulnerable to cyber attacks. The ELDs are synchronized with a vehicle, with an engine's throttle, automatic records drivers off duty, on duty, transfer hours of service. It records everything, but also is linked to the throttle, which is electronic. There's no more linkage anymore. It's all electronics. And the University of Colorado researcher hacked into the ELDs to gain access to Trucker's accelerator and to effective malicious wealth malware. So that shows it can be done. I mean, it's just TruckerMouth thought that was a bunch of idiots. It should have been across the board. He put the hammer down on them. Now, 'tis the season for cargo theft. Cargo theft rises during major holidays. We got one coming up next week. It's Memorial Day. The TruckerMouth, that's a big holiday. And it spikes over the holidays. And you got it. Reason being that a lot of these distribution centers are closed, and you got people taking their trucks home with them. And which I did. You know, I'm sure where your town you live in or city you live in, you see trucks sitting around. That's because they're home. And that's when people know that it's the most vulnerable. It's the most, tis the season is the most, holidays are the most ones for cargo theft. And I said it 3 times, I'm sorry. But that's the reason. And also they know that these distribution centers have long lines. And a lot of times they're backed up. And you got trucks sitting out there in distribution center all along the road and all out there making them targets for it. Right now, they're seeing a 100% increase across all verticals of cargo theft, whether the product is targeted or various models or they're just using. Whether that product's targeted or the various models are using. See, there's only certain trucks that haul these trucking companies that haul these electronics and high dollar goods. You have truck companies that are dedicated to these places, okay? And they know which ones hauling the they know which ones are hauling the expensive goods, and they target them. And that's the gist of it. What they ought to do